Okay, great. Welcome, 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 everybody. How we all doing? How we all doing? How we all doing? I'm glad we're all here. So this is day one of the bootcamp. Now, this bootcamp initially was captioned 90 days, get a job in 90 days. So the whole essence is that in 3 months, we are going to all is going to be an extreme expression, but most of us should be able to get a job in 90 days. What inspired this idea? Okay, all through 2023, during my training of caregivers, during my processing of helping people relocate abroad, I realized that because of how busy I got, we didn't have time to do this, to help people get these jobs. We didn't have that time. We are so busy training. And of course, we had so many people offering us paid job offers. Okay. So we did all that and we forgot about doing this. Like there was no time to do the real work. So we would just get a paid job offer. Oh, yeah, madam, you come and go, you do this and all that. But towards the end of the year, things became really messy. Some of the job offers, it won't come as it's supposed to come. When it comes, it's coming with story. It put me under a lot of pressure. And the pressure is still on till now, though it's coming to an end gradually. But in the midst of all this pressure, one day I was in class teaching the last Port Harcourt class, and I got a call from one of our students who was in batch 9. She called me while I was in class, but I was able to take the call because the students were doing their test. So I wasn't like talking per se, but I was in class, but I wasn't teaching because we were doing their test. So I went outside to take the call. Now, before I tell you what happened during the call, this lady used to be my student. She came to Port Harcourt all the way from Bielsa to do her training. If she's here, let her just drop in the chat box that she's here, because somehow her story is what inspired this boot camp. Okay. So she was in my batch 9. After the training, she went back to Bielsa. One day she called me that she wants to come and see me. Okay. So she came back to Port Harcourt again after her training. And when she came that day, I was teaching. So she waited. I was even pitying her from, I could see the fact that she was waiting. So somehow I kind of rushed my class. But for those of you that have been my students, at the end of every class, students want to wait behind to see me. So after the class, some students also wanted to talk to me about one thing or the other. She still waited. She waited. So after the whole thing, sincerely speaking, that day I was extremely angry. I was extremely tired. Those are the days that after teaching, you just want to go home, have your bath and sleep, something like that. But because she came all the way from Bielsa, I couldn't just ignore. So I told her, okay, what's up? She said, yes, she knows that some people give paid services. She cannot afford it, but she knows I can help her. So I'm like, my dear, I'm going to help you. She told me some things about her personal life. So I committed to helping her. But that day I was tired, So I shall open laptop, did one thing, very quickly, very fast, I opened one of my paid job sites, visajobs.hq, right? An amazing website, okay? So I mean, nobody paid me to say this. It's just a website I opened. Visajobs.hq, I opened it. I clicked on caregiver jobs. I saw that there was a job they posted 6 hours ago or something like that. I'm like, babe, this job, they just posted it. Oh yeah, let's apply. We applied for 3 jobs that day. And I told her, I have to go. I'm tired. The good thing is that she already had her CV because we teach in class how to draft a CV and all that. So I now applied for those 3 jobs and she went back. For her to now call me that day to say she got the job. I said, you got which job? Which job? Do you get? So I'm like, okay, so this lady has gotten this job without paying a dime. And apart from her own was really striking for me because I didn't give attention to it. I was so tired that day. We didn't put in so much work. It was something done very carelessly. And she got the job. And I'm here putting myself under pressure, looking for who is giving COS up and down, looking for who is doing this. So at some point, and I remembered, my husband will always tell me, Do this thing yourself. Do this thing yourself. Sometimes take a full month of training. You know, maybe if you train something like April, then May, no training, use May and get these jobs for these people. You have all the tools, you know where to go, you know what to do. Get these jobs for these people. I'm like, I beg, let me not promise too much. What if they don't get the job? What will happen? So when I now shared this one with him, he said, you see, and there's another lady. In fact, this particular one, because me and her had one small beef along the line. She was kind of avoiding me, but she used my lessons. She was my student, so she passed through the class. Okay. And she wanted us to do some form of partnership, but I wasn't willing. You know, Port Harcourt was a lot of luggage for me already, so I didn't want to have another center in another state. So I turned down the offer. So that was the little wahala we had, you know. But she did all that without paying them, and she got it. She left the United Kingdom. She didn't tell me. But on arrival in the United Kingdom, they needed me to do her reference because my training and my internship was in her CV. That was when I knew she was in the UK. I said, so how did you go? Did you pay? She said, no. She applied with the same website I gave through the training. And I said, you did not tell me. So guys, these things are possible. And there are so many stories about people that have done this for free. So now this is a boot camp to help you do it by yourself. Now, because it is free, initially it was 500,000 to do this, but I didn't want to collect money and maybe at the end of the day, nobody gets a job and they're like, she just collected our money. No wahala. It's going to be free. But at the same time, free things are never appreciated. This is not going to be the first time. The people that will appreciate this are probably 1%. So for me to locate the 1% of those people, when I see dormant people on the group, I will remove you. Yeah. So I understand that people might not always come live, but if you're not talking, if you're not showing me what you're doing, I could just remove you so that the very few people that are serious will take this serious. So now this is not only limited to caregivers. We're going to put a lot of attention to caregivers because that is my area of focus. But I've seen jobs for nannies. I've seen jobs for chefs. I've seen jobs for... So yes, I know, in as much as people that come for my training, all of them want to become caregivers. Before becoming caregivers, there is something they are. I've had so many chefs in my class, architects, makeup artists, what have you. So some people, you don't really have to change your line of who you are. Remain who you are, remain that chef, remain that logistics, supply chain manager, whatever you are, and we'll find those jobs. So some of you will want to also put your eggs in different baskets. So you have CV for chef, CV for caregiver, CV for whatever. So it's going to be intense. Now, so that it doesn't worry me, we're not going to be doing lives every day. We're going to be doing lives maybe 2 times in a week. But on the group, there's going to be something happening daily. Like our next meeting has to be almost immediately, maybe tomorrow, because I have to teach everybody on CV drafting. We all need to have our CVs ready. So number one, in getting prepared for this bootcamp, this week is preparation week. Everybody must have their CVs ready, and everybody must know how to tailor CVs for a particular job. So if you're going to be applying for 200 jobs in this bootcamp, that is equivalent to 200 CVs. You will not use one CV to apply for 200 jobs. And I'm going to teach how that is done, maybe tomorrow or next, but it's going to be the next almost immediate meeting. Then there are so many online recruitment, what do they call these things? What do they call that thing again now? Recruitment fair that are coming up in Canada this January. I'm going to be posting the links for Prince Edward's own on the group right after this meeting. Okay, so those of you that already have your CV, go ahead and apply. I mean, ex-students of Shakti and Sense, go ahead and apply. Those of you that do not have, wait for our next live meeting for you to learn how to do all that. If you cannot come live, you can always watch the replay. Okay, so we are going, then again, please, these are preparations, things we need to put, things that I have seen that are needed for you to get jobs abroad. If you're headed to the UK, by now you should have your UK VI General IELTS test results. Let's have this faith, let's trust God, and also do our part by being prepared. So if it is UK you want to go to, and by now you don't have your IELTS or your NARIC by now, then you are not believing God well. So register for your IELTS. If you have problem registering, reach out to any of the admins on the group. They will assist you. If you've not done your NARIC, please, NARIC is the new name now is ECTICS. So NARIC is for those that have a BSc. I hope I'm not talking too fast. Am I talking too fast? Is somebody lost? So everyone just quiet. Am I talking too fast?
No.
No, ma. No, ma.
It's
No,
Shakti and
ma,
Sense people that are replying me. Not Shakti and Sense people that don't know the way I flow.
No, you're not talking too fast.
I'm not talking too
No.
fast. Oh, beautiful. Excellent. All right. So those headed towards United Kingdom, the documents you need. Number one is a proof that you can speak English. And that proof is either IELTS, that's for those that do not have a bachelor's degree, or NARIC for those that have a bachelor's degree. So if you have a bachelor's degree and you have not collected your certificate, BSc certificate from school, you've not collected your transcript, you have not collected your letter of English proficiency, you're not even ready for this boot camp. Let's tell ourselves the gospel truth. So start traveling to your school. Work resumes tomorrow. Maybe school starts on the 8th. Go and collect your certificate. Go and collect your transcript. Go and collect your letter of English proficiency. With these three things, you can now apply. If you're here and you are married, your name when you are going to school has changed from your name now. Go and get your court affidavits. Have these documents handy so that when these opportunities come, you're grabbing them. Start on Monday next week to start gathering your documents. If una no get documents, I will pursue you away from that group. This is a serious matter. It's not a joke. I don't want to feel because it's free, we're nonchalant about it. I'm still talking about the UK here. So proof of English, IELTS or NARIC. Your IELTS must be IELTS UKVI General, not UKVI Academics, not IELTS General, not IELTS Academics. So it must be IELTS UKVI General. Now, police reports and tuberculosis tests, I will not advise you do that now because they have short expiration on them. IELTS takes 2 years to expire. There's no how in 2 years we have not gotten an offer. God no go agree. But police report expires in 3 months, TB expires in 6 months. But somehow, if you're around Lagos, Benin, or Abuja, I usually advise people to do their TB ahead of time. Because if you now do all this work, and you finally get a job, and they give you your certificate of sponsorship, then you now go for TB test. They'll now say one thing, they saw your heart. Come back in 6 months' time. My dear, that yours has expired. All this effort is in vain. So normally I tell people, it's better to lose, I don't know the current price. The last time it was 57, I'd be 59,000 for your TB. It's better to lose 59,000 than to lose this whole effort. Okay? So you go ahead and start doing all that. You go ahead and start doing all that. TB, don't do your police yet. That one comes out in 24 hours. Then your English proficiency, get all that. But our next class, tomorrow or next, I'm going to get the exact date, post on the group. We're doing our CV. Everybody must learn how to create CV. Of course, you know I cannot do CV for everybody, but I can review the CV you've done. So I'm going to teach you guys how to do it. Trust me, it's not difficult. If you know how to use the computer, it's not difficult at all. So your CV should be handy. Your documents should be handy. Now, those going to Canada, IELTS, you might not need it. But for this current home support worker pilots program that opened today, how many of you know about it, that it's open today? The cap was reset or will be reset today, 9 p.m. Canada time. So it has already been reset today. And as at 2023, immediately it was reset. The home childcare slot, or whatever it is called, was filled that same day. But the home support work pilot program was not filled until November. So it kind of shows that people are not seriously looking into that. The only thing is that they have two types. The gaining work experience finishes on time, but the other one that shows you have 12 months experience is available, it was available to November last year. So there are possibilities that you, especially Shakti and Sense students, are qualified for it because all of you have automatic 1 year experience. Okay, so those headed to Canada, you cannot do this without your IELTS general and your WES evaluation. On Friday this week or Saturday this week, we are teaching how to do your evaluation all by yourself. Okay, your educational credential assessment, we are teaching it here, how you do it. So have your WES evaluation ready, have your IELTS ready. If you have phobia for IELTS, kill it right now, destroy it. Now, those that feel that, because this pilot program will open up every year for the next 4 years. So if you don't get it for this year, you have option of getting it next year, next 2 years, next 3 years, next 4 years. And most of them requires you to have 12 years work experience in Canada. How do you get 12 years work experience in Canada? Do a short course in care. Either Eastern College in New Brunswick, either Oxford International in Nova Scotia, either, there are so many of them. 9 months course, 10 months course, and this courses comes with automatic internship, compulsory automatic internship. So imagine you go to school for 9 months as a caregiver. You now have the internship there. The schooling itself has an unpaid work, meaning you work, you don't get paid because it is school. Do you understand that? So, but that is adding up to your experience. Then when you now finish the school, you have the compulsory internship that comes after it. That gives you another experience. We all know that from 23rd February, confirmed 1st of April, Canada made it a law that once you've worked on the Canadian soil for 12 months, you're qualified to apply for PR. It is under this route. So anyhow, you stayed in Canada 1 year and you worked as a caregiver, you're qualified to apply for PR. So if you don't get the one for this year, you can go in through school, do the work for 1 year, and apply. In fact, you can even get the admission, enter, defer the admission 1 year, and work 1 year, and apply. So everything is a route to somewhere. Don't say, let's just be here and be waiting. You'll be here. People that have gone, even those that did asylum self, are getting PR. You're still here waiting for something big to happen. So in this bootcamp, there are different options. You can apply multiple places. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. One must click. One must click. So preparation is gathering our documents, learning how to write our CVs, doing our WES evaluation. We will do all that this week. Okay, documents you need to gather, registering for IELTS. Kill that fear. I've been saying, I want to apply for EB2 NIW. I want to apply for EB2 NIW. I'm super qualified for it. I've just been afraid. So what I did is I just paid a consultancy fee to a consultant in bulk. I just paid back. So making payments sometimes has a way of killing that fear. You're afraid of taking IELTS, just register for it. Put a date, 1 week time or 2 weeks time. Let the date come. Don't go for the IELTS. So for you to kill that fear, for you to kill that inaction, is make a commitment. Register for IELTS. Pay for flights to go to where your school is, to go and meet your lecturer. Chat your lecturer and tell him you're coming. So do something. Today is first, and first has finished. Tomorrow is second. 2024 has started counting. It is not waiting for anybody. It is already counting. We need to start the work. So gathering documents, drafting our CV, doing our WES evaluation is our assignment for this week. So I need to be seen on the group. Proofs of commitment. I have paid for my flight. I'm going to Benin. I have paid for ABC transport. I'm going to Enugu. I have paid for this. I want to go and collect this. I have registered for IELTS. I have proceeded with my WES evaluation. I have started drafting my CV. It is a boot camp. it is not a fun place. It's not a shakara place. And the thing I will not do is something I have finished teaching. Somebody will not probably chat me and say, Madam, how much for you to do it for me? I will not do it for you. I don't have that time. So if you want that kind of package, it's not going to be available because I've committed myself at least to this program for the next 90 days. So learn how to do these things and do them all by yourself. Remember, while this is going on, I have my clients, my paid clients that I have to attend to. Then I also have my students that I'm teaching. So you guys will pity me, yeah? You not put too much load on my head. So the first thing I'm posting on the group tonight is the Prince Edward Online Recruitment Fair. It is open for so many people, not just caregivers. I was going to use my main laptop, but just today I noticed that it was not charging anymore, so it's almost going up. So I'm using my Mac for this, and I don't have most of my documents here, so I'm going to copy the link from here. I just wanted to read out the different register here for the Prince. I could have shared my screen with you guys. Sorry, I'm going to sort this out before our next class. So it is open for caregivers, registered nurses, doctors, electricians, mechanics, carpenters, plumbers, pipe filter and steam filter, painter, construction helper, roofers, cybersecurity analysts, web developers, so many, hospitality, cook, chefs, housekeepers, truck drivers, so many. Whatever field you want to focus on here, you need to start building yourself, because the fair is next month, is in February. You now have to start. Let's say you chose cook, for example, and yes, you can cook at home. Yes, you have done one local training in Nigeria about becoming a chef, but you don't have certificates. This is now preparation time. This is the time to now go to Udemy or go to Allison, do one certification, just type certification in care or in cooking or something. Get 2 or 3 certifications there and prepare yourself for that big day, because it is a live recruitment fair. You might be getting jobs on that fair. In fact, you submit your CV self. So this is what I tell people, because they will be like, I have not done the course. How would I submit my CV? Go to allison.com. Search any of these job roles you want to do. Let's say you go to Allison and you saw diploma in cooking or in whatever, diploma in truck driving. Write the name of the certification, add it on your CV. Diploma in truck driving 2024. Don't put the month. Put it on the CV and submit. Then you start the course. So when they ask you, do you have this? Oh, this is my certification. So put it, add it. If you see that this course exists, oh, I can do this course in the next 2 weeks, I'll just add it. I have a diploma in truck driving 2024. Nobody know whether in January or February you get them. So just put 2024 there. Then submit your CV with all the trainings you want to do. Then you start working towards it. Okay? So, like I said, when I notice dormant persons, I'm gonna kick you out of that group. Because when you're dormant, it has a way of discouraging us. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. So, may I know vex if I promote you for the group, right? I just need serious people. When everybody's serious, maybe if I say every day by 8 a.m. we're coming live, and by 7:55 somebody's chatting me up, ma, we are ready for you. That one I know go slack. But when I now give an assignment, somebody does not meet up, then 2 days I'm saying hello on this group. After 3 days, when nobody answers me, even me, I go tired. Do you understand? Normally, if it is not free, money motivates us, but now it is free. So it is the activity that will motivate me, or it's a free stuff. So I'm going to send this link. Those that have their CVs, submit. Now, if you have your spouses, you can submit as maybe caregiver, then let your husband submit as a dispatcher or heavy duty mechanic or truck driver and all that. Now, while this bootcamp is going on, when I have offers, like there is an offer I actually have right now, though I'm not going to give that offer in this free bootcamp because I still have my paid caregivers group, which most of you are there. So when those offers come, I was very slow with offers last year because of some of my pending clients, especially Canada. But now I am ready because everything about the UK will soon be settled. So now I'm kind of ready. So when I get these offers, I'm going to be posting it on the All Caregivers community platform. Okay, please don't sleep on them. Some of the deals I'm even trying to cut out with people is, even if you want some kind of payment, let the people pay when they arrive. Do you understand? So all those offers will be on the paid platform for our ex-students from Shakti and Sense Caregivers Academy, okay? So I'm going to post this particular one on the group. Those that can apply should apply. Please, if your CV is not standard, do not even waste this offer. Wait for our next class and learn how we do CV revamp. Then we'll get right into it. So this will be the end of our class today. Any questions? I'll take questions. Questions? Questions, please. Questions. Have I been talking to myself?
No, ma.
So the age range for most of the things we are doing is 18 to 59 for Canada, 18 to 55 for the UK. Okay. So we're going to stick to that so we don't get disappointed along the line. I need to take questions. Can others mute so we can hear? Oh, really? I think it's your network, Kev. I need to take questions, at least 3. No question. So we understand everything. We must
Yes,
ask.
ma. Yes, ma.
Still ask questions. Still ask questions. You must ask. Think of something. Shall ask. Who started a group call? It's not a group meeting. I don't understand. Any question? Let me end the recording so it's not too long for. I'll just